We're testing out some Colourpop stuff today, guys. It's 2 Palette Monday here in the attic. No, 2 Palette Monday is not going to be a regular thing up here in the attic, but it is Monday, and we are going to look at 2 palettes, so I just like the sound of it. Actually, we're going to be looking at 3 palettes if you count this one, this face palette from Colourpop, but I'll get to that in 1 second. So today's video, oh, first of all, guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Kimmie, this is my attic, and this is one of my favorite videos, or maybe my favorite video. Not only is it a eyeshadow palette review, it's a Colourpop review. Today we are going to be looking at all Amethyst and Of Quartz from Colourpop, and I actually purchased these on Ulta. So these are not new palettes from Colourpop. I swear I have seen these in people's collections, like going back, but they were released to Ulta recently. Colourpop does that sometimes. They have stuff that they just sell on their site. They have stuff that they just sell at Ulta, and then they have products that they sell on both. So these products, I believe they were available through Colourpop, but now they're available through Ulta. And I am telling you, as soon as they went on Ulta, like everybody went out and bought them. Sorry. Like everybody went out and got them. I guess we were like starving for a Colourpop release. It's been a minute. But then right after they came out with these palettes on Ulta, Colourpop went and released that new spring collection. I think it's a spring collection. But one of those palettes, the yellow one, is also available at Ulta, because I remember looking at it and being like, well, that doesn't look familiar. Maybe I should get that too. But then I didn't. But it's there, which means that Ulta released it before Colourpop, which is weird. But it happens. Did any of you follow what I just said? I don't even know what I said. Anyway, guys, these palettes are both from Ulta. We're going to take a look at them. And I also picked up, which one is Just a Flush Cheek Palette. This is the first face palette I have ever tried from Colourpop. So that's exciting. We have bronzer, we have blush, and we have a highlighter. This palette was, I believe, $12. These 2 palettes retailed at $14. And then I also picked up mascara. Also a new for me, I've never tried Colourpop's mascara. This is the Level Up Lengthening Mascara by Colourpop. So we are going to try that out too. Just a real quick announcement, guys. In case I might be the last to know, maybe you guys know this, but if anybody was really into Becca products, or you missed Becca products, Smashbox has been releasing a few. They have released and it makes sense because Smashbox is and Becca are owned by the same parent company. So, and like I often say, Smashbox probably could use some help. So I think they are releasing some of Becca's like favorite products or ones that sold well under the Smashbox name. So they already released the Under Eye Brightener, which never worked for me, but I know a lot of people loved it. But I also noticed this morning that they released Champagne Pop highlighter. So if you have dry skin, that was always a good one. The Champagne Pop highlighter, that for me always worked. I have very dry skin. Sometimes highlighters are hard for dry skin. So in case you were interested, or in case you miss it, or in case you never thought you would see Champagne Pop again, it's back. And I think you can get it pretty much wherever you can buy Smashbox. So you can get it at Ulta, you can get it at Macy's, anywhere they sell Smashbox. So that's good news. And can the primer be far behind? Please. No, guys, I actually did some research. I found some hydrating primers that I'm going to be testing. So hopefully I find a good one. And if you have dry skin, I can pass it on to you. Okay, guys, so let's take a look at these palettes. All right, so first we're going to take a look at all Amethyst. Amethyst was my grandmother's birthstone, so this one's a little near and dear to me. She passed away many years ago. But this palette is beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. We have, I mean, this palette is like, it's like those mauvey cool tones. It reminds me a little bit of the Flutter By palette, but not exactly. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 mattes and 5 shimmers. And no, guys, I don't think we have but a 1. Oh, wait a minute. This one right here, I don't think this is a shimmer. I think this is a matte glitter, but it's not. Yeah, it is. It's a matte glitter. Okay, so we have 4 shimmers, 4 mattes, and 1 matte glitter. That's not terrible for Colourpop. I think this is a matte glitter. Yeah. Yeah, it is a matte glitter. It was hard to tell if it was a shimmer or a matte glitter, but this is definitely a matte glitter. We'll swatch it out. This is like a pink purple. This one I really, really am curious about. This shade Brilliant. Is this like a duo? Oh no, it's not. It's not as exciting when you swatch it. I thought it was like a duochrome like kind of shade, but it's really not. Anyway, like I said, we'll swatch this out. But you've got some lavenders, purples, kind of pinky mauves, cool tone, definitely on the cooler tone of things. So we'll go ahead, we will try this out. Some people were not thrilled with this. This is a very aesthetically pleasing palette, but of course we have to try it. I know I did see some videos on these palettes. It was hard to miss. Like I said, a lot of people ran out and bought them. We're starved for a Colourpop release, I'm telling you. But I know a lot of people were very underwhelmed with this palette, which probably means I will like it because I don't mind being underwhelmed, to be honest with you. I like wash of color kind of stuff. So we'll try, we'll see how this works. And then we have Off Quartz. Packaging on both of these is beautiful, by the way. Really pretty. So this is another one on a cool tone side. Both of these palettes run on the cool tone side. And it's mostly like grays. Mine has a nick in it and it's kind of dirty. This is brand new. I just got it. But look, the shades are not falling out, which is awesome. I'm telling you, Colourpop has really upped the game lately. This one, is this a matte glitter? Why can't I tell? Yeah, this is a matte glitter. So then again, we have 4 they're both the same, 4 mattes, 4 shimmers, 1 matte glitter. Really, really pretty, cool toned, neutral color story. I had something on my brain. I was gonna say it, and I don't know what the heck. I don't know what the heck I was gonna say. But yeah, they retail at $14. I think they're really, really pretty. Let's go ahead and swatch it out. We'll also swatch out the face palette and then we will try them on. Okay guys, here we have it swatched out. I have to say it was not the easiest to swatch. It's kind of dry. Like this palette, to me, it doesn't feel like Colourpop's regular formula. And these 2 shades, this is Crystal Crazy and Royal Affair. I hope they're better on the eye than they did swatching because they were horrible swatchers. They're dry. Like the mattes are very, very dry. That doesn't feel like Colourpop's normal formula. So I'm not sure what's going on here. But the shimmers are nice. The shimmers are really pretty. Even this matte glitter, and you guys know I don't like matte glitters, seems kind of nice. I like the color story, but I don't know about this formula. So we will give it a shot. Okay guys, and the Just a Flush face palette, they are not kidding with Just a Flush. Look at those blushes. They were so difficult to swatch. I don't know. We'll see. This is not Colourpop's. I mean, Colourpop released, it looks like a bunch of face palettes. When I say a bunch, I think there was like 3 on there to Ulta. So this is just one of them. But, I mean, I'm really light, so it might work for me. It might. The highlighter feels really, really nice. It feels really smooth. The bronzer felt nice, but the blushes felt very, very dry. So we'll see. We'll see how they are. All right, guys. So before I went blank, I do remember what I was going to say. I was just going to simply say that the pan sizes on these palettes, by the way, these are in the cardboard packaging. The pan sizes are a little bit bigger than they are in like this is the Mandalorian. So you can see pan sizes are a little bigger. I don't know if this is Colourpop's new thing or whatever, but I wanted to point it out. So let's go ahead and give this a go. All I have on my face right now is the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. It's been a minute since I used this stuff, I'm telling you. And I don't know, it was just looking at me in the drawer today. I have no reason why I pulled it out. By the way, I feel like, I don't know, I used to really love this stuff, but today, I don't know, I'm not like feeling it. Anyway, that's not what I was gonna say. On Friday, Taylor Wynn had her Foundation Friday. She hasn't done it in a while, so I was super excited. And you know what? I was like, please let her do the Charlotte Tilbury foundation, and she did. She did the Beautiful Skin Charlotte Tilbury foundation. And do you know how she ended that video? If you saw it, you know. She said, I don't love it, but I don't hate it. Taylor Wynn. I mean, she's the foundation queen. If she, I'm telling you, what is up with this foundation? Nobody knows. Nobody knows what's going on with this foundation. She's like, I'm on the fence. I'm not sure. So if Taylor doesn't know, I don't know who will. Anyway, let's go ahead and test this out. So I don't know. I don't got a good feeling. We're going to start with the Amethyst, and I'll do one look on each eye. I don't got a good feeling about this one. I have a good feeling about some of the colors, but not all of the colors. So let's go ahead and start out with Feb's Gem. This one right here. Because this one was looking, it's a little powdery, but who cares? This one wasn't looking too bad. Oh, this one has a nice pigment. Okay, so it looks like it's like catching onto my dry patches, but that's not the shadow's fault. I had a horrible allergic reaction the other day, and I am not over it, so I have some texture on my eye right now that I'm dealing with. So actually the shadow, this color is going on very smooth, and I think it's really pretty. I'm gonna try a little bit of, I can't say it. How do you say this? Trigonal. I'm not sure. I think that means something. I probably look stupid. I don't care. Whatever. Let's go ahead and that's that, like, oh my god, this palette is powdery. This is not Colourpop's normal formula. This is that MAC glitter. I'm just gonna put, ooh. That is beautiful. I hate MAC glitters, but this one, this one even swatched nice. This one does look really nice, I have to say. I have to give it to this matte glitter. I think it's nice. It's these darker mattes in this palette that aren't, I don't think are gonna cooperate. So I'm thinking, should I try one on this eye? I'll try this or that. We'll try this one. We'll see if it blends, but I don't know. I don't know. Oh, it's okay. It's not bad, actually. Okay, that's kind of pretty. But I wasn't afraid of these shadows, to be honest with you. I'm afraid of these two, which we're going to dip into next. But before we do that, let's try these shimmers. Let's try High Grade and Sunbird, because these look absolutely stunning. So let's see how they apply with the finger first. I'll tell you right now, I was more impressed with BH Cosmetics shimmers with those two palettes that I just bought, the travel palettes. I think I was more impressed with them than this. That formula is stunning in the Paris and the Lost in Los Angeles palettes. Stunning. And they were cheaper. So, I mean, it's not exactly the same color story, but, well, it's not the same color story at all. But, I mean, I'm just saying. I have to agree. I mean, this palette is pretty. It is. But, yeah, I'm not overly thrilled with this palette. And I thought I would be. I really thought I would be. Let me try. I just put a little bit of Sunbird and High Grade on the lid. It's pretty. They're pretty, but I'm going to put a little bit of High Grade in the inner corner too. I mean, I don't know. It's nice. Let me see what's going on over here. Let's try Crystal Crazy. Let's just try to put this all over and see what happens, because I have a feeling, let's see how this goes on, because I have a feeling this may get ugly. Okay. All right. This shade, it's not as bad as, this is one of those shades though, where if you're not careful, you could look like you have a bruised eye, like you have a black eye. Like, that's what I didn't like about the Norvina palette by ABH, that color Soul. That's what this reminds me of. This reminds me a little bit of Soul in the ABH Norvina palette, and it can make you look like you got punched in the face. But this is one of those, I will say, it goes on the eye better than it's swatched. So, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, if that makes sense. Actually, it's kind of pretty. Okay, so actually, it's not as bad as I thought it was, but I have to say, this is not, I don't think, Colourpop's best formula, but it's not bad. It's kind of nice. Let me try Royal Affair. That was the other one that was giving us some problems. Let's see. Okay, this one's patchy. Royal Affair is a little patchy in my opinion. But sometimes these shades just are. Like, sometimes these shades are just patchy. These darker, like, purple shades, they just are. So, but this one's, like, really patchy, and it's dry, and I definitely look like I got punched in the face on this side. So let me end it here, and just, let me go ahead and try this shade that I'm dying to try, and I'm also dying to try Brilliant, so I'll try that, like, in the inner corner. That is really pretty, but there's a shade similar to this, I think, in Lost in... Oh, this is nice, though. That is a nice shade. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. So now I look like I got punched in the face, but with a purple shimmer. Maybe it's just like... Yeah, like these, like I said, these colors, some of these colors, you have to be super careful with. You just do. And I went over. I'm someone that needs to use the tape. You know, when you like tape side of your face up so like you don't get, definitely this one looks better. Okay, so I have my, oh, let me try one more. Let me try Brilliant. This was the color I was so excited about because I thought it was a duochrome, but it's not. It's definitely not a duochrome, but let's see how it looks. It doesn't really look like anything. I thought maybe it was going to look like Icy. They have a Super Shock Icy that looks something like this. All right, so this was the one I thought I was going to be really, really excited about, and I have to say, the shade, I mean, I'm probably least excited about. So, here's my thoughts. This is not Colourpop's best work, I would have to say. I think that if you are, give me 1 second. Okay, I'm glad I looked. I was gonna say you're probably better off with Flutterby, but Flutterby is completely different. For some reason, because it's like cool tones, I thought it was similar, but it's not. So let's forget I said that. So here's the strong points here. The strong points here is definitely like these colors here. If like this, even like I have to say, and I usually don't like MAC glitters, but this MAC glitter is quite nice. This formula is quite nice. And then these two shimmers are beautiful, and this pink is really, really nice, and this is nice. The this shade, which I thought was going to be amazing, fell short. It's barely seeable. Seeable? Noticeable? These three mattes, no, I don't like them. I'm telling you, sometimes I don't know. The, what was the other one where the shimmers were kind of sucky, but the mattes were really good? Was it On a Whimsy? Yeah. The mattes in On a Whimsy were so, so good. They should just always do that formula and, like, keep the shimmer formula. I think that would be good. That's a good idea. These mattes, they're kind of dry and patchy. They're not that great. Although I have to say Crystal Crazy is probably the best one. And then This or That and Royal Affair, I'm not crazy about. Okay. So that's my opinion on this one, guys. Let's go ahead and try the face palette before we get into Off Quartz. And I do realize I didn't swatch it, so we'll do that too. Okay, so do I have a brush? Okay, should I use my Jack Skeleton? Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Jack Skeleton brush by Makeup Revolution because it's in front of me, okay? Actually, this is a pretty bronzer. This is a really, really, really pretty bronzer, I have to say. See, from this angle, I can see brilliant in the corner. It's kind of like light reflecting. Like if the light hits it a certain way, it does look pretty. It does look pretty, but it kind of has to. It might depend what direction you're standing in. Bronzer is really nice. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try to go in with the lighter shade blush. Do these have colors? Oh yeah, they do. So the bronzer is called Feisty Much, and then Just Cheeky and Sassy Pants. Those are the blushes. So this is Sassy Pants, and this is Just Cheeky. Sassy Pants kind of looks like it might be kind of invisible. So let's check it out. Let's see. Yeah, I can not really see anything. I'm not sure who, well, okay, when they say just a flush, they are not kidding. It looks like I just like went out and got like, it was cold outside or something. Let's try just, what's the other one called? Just Cheeky. Let's try that one. That one's kind of pretty. That one's pretty. I have to blend it out, but between the two, I mean, I can barely even see. I can barely even see the other one. This one's really nice. Okay, and then the highlighter, Feisty, no, So Healthy. It's called So Healthy. Okay, so let's see. Is it like, you know what? Okay, so actually it kind of goes on better with a finger than it does a brush. I think this is a Super Shock. Yeah, I have problems with these sometimes because they're not, like, they feel, the Super Shock highlighters feel like they would be perfect for dry skin, but then in reality, they're not. At least that's always been my experience. And this is definitely a Super Shock. Okay. Super Shocks, they have a certain, you can tell, they have a certain feeling to them. They just feel like, if you've ever felt it, you know the Super Shock formula. And usually I'm not a big fan of it. They're kind of glittery. They're kind of glittery looking, and sometimes they don't work on dry skin. This one's kind of pretty. Does it remind me of Flexitarian? A little bit. I think a little bit reminds me of Flexitarian. It is kind of pretty, but it's a little bit glittery. It is, but it's nice. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and swatch out off quartz. I will take this off and we'll start again. This one swatched out also kind of the same. The mattes are a little bit difficult, like here, but I actually really like this color story. This is the kind of color story that I like. I love these cool tones. Shimmers look really beautiful. This is the exact same formula. These two palettes have a very similar formula. So let's see. I think I like this one a little better, but you see, they swatch out patchy too. So let's try it on. Okay, I am back and I have let my hair down because I was getting a hair headache. Do you guys ever get that when you have like your hair up too long or like too tight? And it feels good. Okay, so I don't know if I mentioned this, but the highlighter, the what's it called? The Super Shock highlighters, I personally find that they go on better just like with a finger instead of a brush. So I don't know if everybody finds that to be true, but I find that to be true. Okay, so let's go ahead and try this one out. For some reason, I feel like I'm going to like this one better. I did go ahead and use a little bit of my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. Only, this is the anti-aging one. So if you have dry eyelids like I do, and these shadows to me feel a little dry, sometimes it just gives your eyelids a little moisture. The anti-aging one does. Okay, so let's go ahead and try this out. So what am I going to do here? Let's just go, you know what? These shades, I wasn't even really paying attention too much. I was kind of paying attention to the formula, but yeah, These shades, this is Granite Access and In the Zone. This one and this one, they are a little similar. They're a little similar to be in the same palette. Sometimes I don't like when there's like these 9pan palettes and they're not exactly monochromatic. Sometimes I don't like when they do those shades that are so similar. But let's go ahead and see. Okay. So I'm gonna start with, let's see. I'm gonna do one kind of gray and one kind of like on the brown side. So let's go ahead with In the Zone. And we'll just see how these mattes work. I'm using the wrong brush. I feel like it's powdery. It's more powdery than Colourpop normally does. My shisha looks purple. Hold on one second, guys. Okay, sorry. I definitely had some of that Amethyst left over. Okay, so we'll start with this eye then. Okay, so this is In the Zone. That's kind of a nice shade. It's kind of like a taupe. But this is a shade that you probably have like a million times over somewhere. All right, let's see. Let's go in with, let's see if we see a difference if we use Granite Access. No. Okay, so on the eye, they're like the same, almost the exact same color. Very, very, very little difference. Very little difference. But if you just like wanted kind of like a one and done, this is Magmatic. Just like a little matte. Ooh, the shimmer is pretty. Magmatic, that is a beautiful shimmer. That's really nice. It's all over. Do you see that fallout? Oh, wow. There's a lot of fallout on this palette. There really is. But that's a gorgeous, really, really pretty shimmer. Okay, so let's try Mind Games. Oh, I get it. Mind Games. In the inner corner. Ooh, that's pretty too. That's really pretty. Let's put more of that. Let's put some of this, mix some of that in. Ooh, I like that. Okay, I have to say, I kind of like this one better. That's gorgeous. That is gorgeous, but it has a ton of fallout. That's the only thing you have to watch. Actually, okay, so if I could go back in time, I think I would do my eyes first and then the rest of my makeup, because this palette, it has more fallout than Colourpop normally has. That is for sure. And it's like all over. So, whatever. Okay, let's go ahead and dip into these grays on the other eye. So we're gonna use xoxo. Excuse me if I'm saying these colors wrong. I don't know anything. Okay. Yeah, this is such a powdery formula, and it's not like Colourpop. To be ooh, this is pretty though. This is a really, this color, xoxo, this is like a nice, light gray shade. Yeah, it's kind of like a light gray shade. I think that the mattes are definitely better in this. We're gonna try opaque. That's pretty too, and it went on very easy. It went on super easy. It didn't swatch good, but it has a nice formula when you actually put it on. And the middle one, or this one right here. Let's see. Ooh, that's pretty too. I don't like that one as much as magmatic, but it's also nice. If you're someone like me and you like to do like one and done because you're constantly late for work in the morning, this is a nice palette because you do like a matte and a shimmer. And the mattes are really good and the shimmers are nice. They didn't swatch as nice as they're going on. Okay, and then the last one, I'll go ahead and I'll just try, because I didn't try it, Transform. This one, we'll try that in the inner corner. It's pretty too. It doesn't really look right because I did like all gray and then like this beige, but whatever. I just wanted to test it and see how it is. All right, so I have tried enough to give you guys my thoughts on these palettes. I do want to go ahead and try the mascara, so let's do that. This is my first time with a Colourpop mascara. This is the Level Up, and I believe it was $9. Packaging is cute. I usually don't like these kind of brushes, but let's see how this what happens here. This is a super dry mascara. I am not impressed with this mascara at all. It's okay. All right, guys. I'll be right back with my final thoughts. All right, guys. So let me just say, oh, I did add some lipstick. So what I'm wearing is, I have the Colourpop Lippy Pencil in BFF and the Lippy Sticks in Cookie. I like the Lippy Sticks. I think I like the Lippy Sticks better than like the regular lipstick. I don't know. I don't know if I like the shape or I like the formula. There's just like something about these I really, really do like. And then I have the lip oil on in Bambi. Is that the color? Bambi? I don't know. This was probably my favorite thing from the Bambi collection, but I personally do like the Colourpop lip oil formula. I do think it's nice. Okay. My thoughts on these palettes. I don't know. Sometimes, I don't know if it's me or if it's just whatever. I don't know. But sometimes, I'm knocking stuff over. I feel like Colourpop doesn't release their A game to Ulta. That's not true of all of the products, but I think it's true more times than not. They don't release their A game to Ulta. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think out of these two palettes, oh, this is my Mandalorian. Well, I do like this one the best. Out of these two palettes, Off Quartz and All Amethyst, I think I like the Off Quartz a little better. I mean, they're totally different color stories. And I did use the primer, the eye primer. If you have drier eyelids, I would definitely use a hydrating primer before these because it's drier than Colourpop's normal formula for whatever reason. I don't know. If you like cool tones, I think you might really, really enjoy this palette. I thought this palette was really, really pretty. I especially loved this color, Magnetic, and I thought the mattes were just a little better than they were in All Amethyst. Why the hell? Why did I just forget the name of it all of a sudden? I thought the mattes were a little better. If you were on the fence, because they're both cool tone palettes, but you might, you might not be on the fence because this one is a clear different color story. But if you were on the fence, I think I would go with this one. I think I liked it just a little better. As far as All Amethyst, it is so aesthetically pleasing, but some of these just don't perform well. Like these three mattes, they just don't perform that well. Crystal Crazy, like I said, it's okay. But the other two just aren't that good. And I don't think Brilliant's okay, but it's not what you think it's going to be. Like, I thought it was going to be like this amazing, like, duochrome. It's really not. But when the light hits it, it does look pretty. So, and then these shimmers are nice. This pink matte is okay. And I surprisingly like this matte glitter. I think this is pretty. It has kind of a nice formula. So, I don't think these are Colourpop's best palettes. I don't. And I think they're definitely skippable. I do. That's my opinion. They're skippable. But if you did like them, I think I liked this one a little better. They weren't terrible, but they were just okay. They were just okay. Like sometimes Colourpop releases an amazing palette. I would have to say these were like in the middle. They were just okay. They weren't terrible. You know, like I said, if you had your eye on them, you might want to give them a try. They weren't terrible, but they weren't what I thought I was going to be. The thing I would tell you to absolutely skip is the mascara. I don't like it at all. It is one dry formula, and I hate a dry mascara. This just is not good. I would definitely skip the mascara. As far as the face palette, I thought I kind of like this. I kind of like this because I do like the bronzer, and I like a wash of color blush. Like I said, they have a few. This is the Just a Flush. So if you like a wash of color, I think you really like this. But make sure you like the Super Shock highlighter formula, because the highlighter in this is a Super Shock. But most people do. Most people love the Super Shock formula, so this might be worth picking up for 12 bucks. What do you guys think? Did you guys try any of these palettes? What kind of makeup are you using? I can't believe it's the end of January. There's like one more week left. It's like this year is flying. So what palettes have you been using this year? Are you using your stuff? Are you buying new stuff? Let's talk makeup. You guys know I love to talk makeup. And what do we think of Colourpop so far? Did you guys try these palettes? Did you like them? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. If you liked the video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. We talk about it all in the attic. If there's ever anything you want me to talk about, you can also leave that in the comments down below. I'll have all my social medias there. I'm trying to balance I'm trying to balance everything on this small table next to me. I'll have all my social medias down there. I'll have my Mercier page. Everything linked down below. Guys, once again, thank you so much for joining me. And until next time, make sure you take good care of yourself so you can take care of someone else. I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.